Yo, welcome to Team Radd Titan, and today we're going to be reviewing this fan art Stanlee. I want to say on throne, on chair, sitting. Yeah, we'll go with that. Stay tuned to hear what we think, yeah?
Alright everyone, so we're back, and as you were saying, we're looking at this fan art Stanlee. So this piece is, I think it's edition size of like 53 or something, up to, maximum 60, I can't remember the exact number. They unfortunately didn't put like a base card underneath. They do give you a certificate, but it's up in the loft. You get several switch outs for this piece, so you actually get the shoes, the brown shoes, or you can switch them out to his feelers, which I think they say like enough said on them. Which is like a famous thing he did. You also get the switch out arms, so you have the ones holding the comics, you have the one holding Amazing Fantasy 15, which is the closest I'm ever going to come to owning the comic, and then also you have Hulk #1 and I think Avengers #1, I want to say. There is also a switch out of him doing the Spider-Man web. He also comes with 4 pairs of glasses.
Yeah, got like a yellow pair and then a dark
so
pair.
Yellow pair, dark pair, and problem with that is some of them don't really fit very well. You get all different colours of them anyway. So
yeah, that one don't even go like into it. Like
well, it's meant to be under his sideburns, you know.
Yeah, well, it isn't.
So,
it's like ends before his sideburn does. His sideburn comes in, his glasses just go to nothing.
It could be the way that I put it on. When I got this piece out and when I was putting it together, I didn't like it at all. I was quite negative about the piece. I put out like a post and I listed everything I thought was wrong with it. I'm trying to remember what that was now, but one of the things was his arm is hovering in the air. It literally, you could like
that looks really comfortable.
There is no way to put it like so that he doesn't there because he's got like an arse groove on the chair and it doesn't work. Also, the shading on his jumper, it looks like dirt. It doesn't look like shading. It looks like he's got a dirty jumper on.
Come on, Stan, make an effort.
His fingers as well, the paint between the fingers.
They all joined and stuck together.
Yeah, it's a bit solid. I don't know if it's on this hand or the Spider-Man hand. I think it's under here somewhere.
Yeah.
Also, the comics are slightly overscaled. I did measure a comic and then I did divide it by 4 and I did do that and it was a fair bit over. But that being said, I actually do like the comics. I think they are quite well done, how they can be. There was also the hairline, but then going back to pictures, he actually does have quite a weird hairline.
It does look like he's wearing a syrup, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you don't know what that means, it's a wig.
A syrup fig wig, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Cockney slang. But then also you have...
this is London!
He also has like his glasses. I think they're all delivered very badly. I think the skin tones are a little too orange.
Yeah, it's well jaundiced. Livers are fucked.
But literally, well, yeah. But all that being...
Is it kidneys?
His liver.
His liver makes you... Yeah, his liver that makes you...
Yeah. All the alcoholics and things.
Yeah.
But that being said, what happened was I did that, I took pictures, I bitched about it. I then put it on display within my DTOF and... it
actually looks alright.
It looks actually really good on display. It looks good.
It looks like Stanlee. When you're looking at it... I mean, it looks like Stanlee now. But when you're looking... I think what happens sometimes with every piece, really, is when you start... You can start breaking down into the nitty-gritty of things and say, oh, the thing on the hand's not great, and you know there's a seam on his... There should be a line here that separates this trouser from the other. It's completely gone. His legs merge into one, which is shockingly poor for any factory to allow to get away with. They do. They merge into one. It's no good.
Well,
right? It's trousers. There need to be a definite change where you can see that one leg is crossed over the other leg. At the middle part where they join, they're completely joined into one sculpt. It's horrendous. Probably the worst part on it. It's horrible.
I don't agree with that part because I mean,
no,
like where
you don't think that there should be some separation in that trousers?
I hear what you're saying, but then when you're looking at it from my ankle, the way that goes is like they've got the shadows and they go into it, like the gaps there.
No, but you see, it disappears here. Starts up top and then it disappears down the bottom part, and at this part there's none. It's very minimal. So it looks, from the front, it doesn't look terrible, but from any angle of the sides, it's not great.
For
but
me, that's all
like I say, when you start getting into all the little parts, you know, you could be like, oh my god, this is a horrendous piece. But then when you actually take it and put it with other statues, it actually looks like Stanlee and looks actually okay. It don't look terrible. I'm actually surprised because Alex put pictures up on the thing, and I think he sent me the picture first.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, that looks great in the detail. That actually looks decent. And when I came and I saw it in person, it looks decent in the with surrounded by other pieces like heroes, and because this is what you're gonna have. The idea for most collectors is to put this amongst, like, maybe the Avengers or something. Him sitting and reading Avengers #1 with all the Avengers around him. And I think that display would look absolutely mint. I think it would look amazing. Yeah. I think it is definitely not a sum of its parts. I think once you start getting into, you know, this is not great and that's not great and all the other things, they seem to disappear when you put it on display. And it does look like Stanlee and it does look decent. And there are a lot of good elements to it. The hair's done really, really well in terms of the sculpt detail and the strands. They're fantastic. The shoes are really, really well done.
The brown shoes.
They look wicked. Yeah. The chair actually looks fantastic. It looks exactly like sort of it doesn't look like a very high-end chair. It looks like a cheap...
Well, the reference picture it does actually look like the one. The reference picture they used.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you know that sticky, firm leather? Yeah. You know, there's no softness to it. It's like a slide. Basically, it's anti-semen white chair, you know?
Yeah, like the one you have in old people's home.
Yeah, and I mean, the leg part, the wooden parts on the legs actually look fairly decent. They don't look terrible. They look good. White shirt looks good with the collar. There's parts of it I like.
Yeah. I think you could repaint this
skin.
And if
you would do that, would separate.
No, I think the jumper. I think if you repainted the jumper.
See, this is where we differ because I don't think that jumper's too bad in person.
Yeah, I don't know. The tones on it make it look dirty to me.
So maybe a little bit on the shoulder part, but yeah, I get where you're going. But it's not horrendous. I mean, the leg thing bothers me more. But it's just exactly the point here. Two collectors looking at it will find things that they love about it and that they don't like, and they'd be completely different.
Yeah.
The jumper thing don't bother me. I wouldn't repaint the jumper too much. I would skin probably a little bit, but
definitely the skin tones and just to neaten up. Maybe do something with the glasses, sort them out. Then maybe the chair is fine. The boots, I mean the shoes are fine.
The trainers look good.
Trainers are good. They look like a pair of feelers.
Weird though they are, isn't it? I mean, I think it looks like he's playing golf when he's wearing them.
Well, he's out there playing bowls, and
it looks a bit like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're in full attire in a pair of trainers. You look a bit like.
Well, it was common like he did that.
Yeah, I understand, but there's something about the outfit with shoes that just seems to work. I kind of like it.
Well, this to me is the pose for it to go. This is the way I love it to be.
You can't see the arm thing from the front.
That's the issue. From sitting here and looking at that arm is really bad. I mean, that arm is terrible. It's like it's literally a quarter of an inch off there. I mean, like that, and the main point that is quite far.
Yeah,
that is quite far. Yeah. But again,
does it show from the front?
When you see it from the front,
it doesn't.
You can't see it. So that's one of the things as well. So when you're spinning it around, looking all over, and you're like, oh my god, look at this! Oh fuck that! What's this? That? When you actually then get it on display, you put it on display, and I've got it opposite another piece on a chair, the Crow, and that's a stunner. Either side of the collection, they look good. They look great. I take back some. No, I don't. Actually, I don't take back the.
Take it back.
I don't take back the critiques I have because they still exist. But as George says, is when you then say it's the same as when we were doing the a long time ago when we did that Deadpool, the design arts one.
Yeah,
it was like, oh my god, this is sloppy. That's sloppy. This paint is overflowing, overspilling. This is this. Oh my god, what the fuck is that meant to be? And when you put it together, it works.
Step back.
It works more than when you look at the parts individually.
Yeah, this is not a sum of its parts. You'd be like, this is all terrible, and when you put everything together, it's like actually it looks good. And also, I think this is that definitely.
Yeah. Also, on the inside of the comic, you can actually see the panels inside as well. So you got the panels there,
clever.
And you can actually see the where he gets bitten. You can see when he goes in. It's like a wrestling contest. You can actually see all that in there, and it's even got on the back. It's got the advert on the back as well. So yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Don't bend it.
It does look fantastic. this looks fantastic.
You can actually read the rhyme.
I kind of like the fact it's slightly oversized, so you can actually read it. I guess it would probably be like 1.5 times smaller than this. Probably like about there. But I don't know if it would translate as well.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I think it's sort of... It's one of them things that it's not accurate to quarter scale, but it's probably needed so that from afar walking in, you know what he's... Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, I guess so. Because
we don't need to be eagle-eyed fucking cherry to be like, oh my God, that's like, you don't need to be like, it's one of them things that's like kind of blatantly obvious. People that don't know are going to know.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because of the size, it sort of tells you everything. Yeah. I actually am surprised by it. I am surprised because I saw Alex sent me the pictures first. I was like, wow, that's fucking horrendous. And then when he put it in his display, I was shocked. I thought it was a different piece altogether. So, yeah. I wouldn't be put off by this. I have to be honest. I wouldn't. I think if your plan was to have a Stanlee amongst maybe the Avengers or the X-Men or whatever, I think that was what people would probably look into.
I think there was another,
and I think it would work.
There was another Stanlee being produced, and that one seems to have gone a bit tits up at the moment.
As in, take your money and run tits up?
No, it's like what happened was like one of those sites like Wish and Alibaba. They've copied the sculpt and in the SLT, STL, whichever one is SLT, STL.
Salt and pepper.
The file, anyway. The file's gone like being sold online for like tenner.
Ooh.
And basically, so I don't know. This is 14 inches tall, so it's about 36 centimetres. You're going to need to have that.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Social distancing. Its width is going to be to the elbow, so you're going to need about 9 inches on that. So that's just about 23 centimetres. And then the depth on this is going to be his foot, and that goes to there. So you literally have about 30 to 31 centimetres deep, which is about 12 inches. And this fits beautifully in a D12.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's that really.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to point out the coin to the whichever side you're on, the right of the screen, is it?
Yeah, it probably is.
The coin to the right of the screen doesn't come with this. This actually come with a Stanlee, I want to say nerd block. I don't think it was a Loot Crate, like a nerd block. So it come with that, which was sent out by my good friend Kevin and Elena. So I display that with that just because sometimes the coins look quite good next to things like that. So fuck off. Alright, so yeah, do usual guys, like, comment, subscribe, share, click on the bell to become part of the notification squad. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, you got all our social media at the bottom of the screen there, so follow us on Twitter, sorry, not Twitter because we don't really use that, but I think it is there, but follow us on Instagram and make sure that you join our group on Facebook.
Yeah, indeed.
So if you type in Radd Titan, it's going to come up with Alex Thomas, it'll come up with the two sales group, and it'll come up with the main group. So you can join any of those, and if you want to be my friend, you can be my friend.
You need more of them, don't you?
I don't know, I've got about 4,000 of them at the moment.
More. That's like more. Peace. That fucking arm. Well done. Touch that couch, does it?
Close to me.
So I'm really relaxed. Yeah, really comfortable.
Close to me. Something is walking in the dark. Start scream. Alright. Fuck off. Is that what he does? They do something like that, don't they?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like or is that on fucking Backstreet Boys?
It might be NSYNC.
No, it's Backstreet Boys.
Is it?
Everybody.
Oh, is that? Stanlee's back, alright.
Oh man.
Oh,
he looks like a fucking zombie anyway. Fucking Jonda zombie motherfucker.
Alright, shut up.
Try not to swear because it kind of affects our ratings.
Okay.